And I don't know that I'd necessarily vibe with the word facilitation. It might just have too much baggage for me, but
In what way?
well, I'm trying to unpack it a little bit. I'm not sure because sometimes it is facilitative. Sometimes I am kind of, and this is the metaphor that I use a lot is when you create instructional material or like an example or a tutorial video or something for students to play with and experiment with. That's like dropping an artificial reef to the bottom of the ocean, right? The goal is that you drop that reef into the right place so that all, and this is a pretty ham-fisted metaphor. I don't know anything about marine biology, but you drop it to the bottom of the ocean. The idea is that life forms can kind of take that and make it their home, and they change it and adapt to it, and it's kind of a spark that kind of helps kickstart a community. And then eventually, hopefully, that community is creating their own structures to build off of. And you kind of become a participant rather than the person who's dropping those artificial reefs. And sometimes you need to drop more than one. I mean, probably more often than not, you need to drop more than one to kind of get things going. And it's a little more complicated than that, obviously, because no kid is going to interpret that action in the same way. Not every kid is going to latch on to the things that you throw at them. So it's more complicated and it's more relational than the way I'm describing it. I feel like facilitation sometimes, not always, is used as a term to describe a person who knows better setting up a sandbox, when in reality, I think it can be more egalitarian than that, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So I've described myself as a facilitator for years because of my issues with teacher, in that it seems a bit more one direction in terms of I am the person with knowledge and you are the person receiving the knowledge. And I know not everyone views it that way, but I was trying to find a way to describe what I was doing. And so I say I design and facilitate educational experiences.
Yeah.
Trying to put myself like at the same level, not above, not below, but just kind of like learning alongside. Because I learn from kids, they learn from me, we learn from each other, they learn from each other, etc.
Yeah.
But facilitation, it's not a word that I'm like sold on, like, this is it. This is exactly describing what I'm doing.